I'll tell you a secret. She doesn't even know this, but well, she says these things all the time. One of the first times when we were hanging out, she's talking about like the Big Dipper, you know, and she's like, I mean, any of these stars could be the Big Dipper. And like now I look at it, it's like really, I love that. Like I love the idea because you know we most often I think when you're looking at the Big Dipper, you're not really, that's not really the Big Dipper. You got the stars wrong. But it's right still, you know. It's like I like the idea of like 100,000 Big Dippers up there, and we all think we've got it right, and we don't. But the wrong is right anyway. Anyway, last night I was talking about how I recently tattooed a window onto my arm, and I do this thing a lot where I just, you know, get really, really caffeinated and go get tattoos that, you know, mean nothing. People often ask me what my tattoos mean, and most often it was that I drank too much coffee. But the window for me has always been, I've done this thing, one of the tools I use for getting through hard times is to think of every hard thing as a window. And so the idea that when something difficult is happening, that it's also a window where I'm gonna see more clearly something else that needs to be seen that I wouldn't have had that hard thing not come about. But what she doesn't know is that, God, see, this is a really, really upbeat poem, and I'm gonna make it sad even before I say it. But when I went to get the tattoo, I wanted to get it because, you know, she was in town, and we had only been dating a few weeks, and I just said, you know, I just want to get a tattoo, and she's like, okay. And so we drove to Denver. I live in Boulder. Oh my God, I can tell I'm starting to blush a little bit up here. And so. Anyway, but really the reason why I did it was that I just wanted to have something permanent on me that I got while she was around, and so that's pretty much what the tattoo is. So that's that, and this poem is about her. It's happy. It's called Honey. If you've never been called honey before in your life, find somebody who will fucking call you honey like 10 times a day. It changes everything. I just realized there's a clock here telling me what time it is, and I forgot to look before I came up. So. Oh wait, Kels, I'm not ready. I'm still trying to get into my body. This whole night is just going to be awkward, and it's just going to have to be like that, like the awkward thing. Let's just stand here silently for a few minutes. Oh my God, that would actually really help if I had like a dance break. Maybe we'll do that in a few songs. Okay. She keeps her makeup in a ceramic bowl of bullets beside a jelly jar full of gardenias on an old dresser in Mississippi, where outside tomato plants grow in the bellies of old boats, and she carries a knife just in case she finds something she wants to carve her name into. I swear to God, if I had an Adam's apple, I would tell her to peel it and take a bite. Meaning this time, I am not turning back. I am not turning in. I am turning over every leaf of all my leaving. I am moonlighting as the moonlight. My shine is working overtime just to hear her call me honey. It makes me feel like the bee's knees, like I could finally lose my past, like the keys to the getaway car, like all my fucking up might finally be out of gas, like there will be no more war fought in my name, like my name is nothing but honey. Do you realize I gave up on this in my 20s? You were the first thing I ever wrote on a vision board. I cannot wait to tell you the truth, better than I have ever told the truth before. And no, that does not mean I'm gonna tell you look like Marilyn Monroe, but you do, and it makes me want to run for president. Jesus fucking Kennedy. Do you have any idea how gorgeous you are when you're tripping, literally tripping? You have never met anyone more clumsy. You walk into a room and turn every head when you crash to the floor, and I'm like, that's my girl. That is my girl with a busted lip. And no, she's not embarrassed. It's a sunburn she already had from my moonlight. Now bring me a Shirley Temple. I'm gonna trampoline every inch of cement in this town, and she's gonna teach me how to bounce back, mixing her Southern polite with her New Orleans fuck off honey. I wanna hear every story about your whole life. Tell me again how you were master pumpkin carver. Tell me again about your ghetto blaster birthday cake. Tell me again how you've never ever been to therapy. Why does that turn me on? You have a friend who tattooed the words "you wish" on her ring finger. I have a friend who pulled out her tampon in the streets of Manhattan and threw it at a misogynist cop. We are perfect for each other. Come drink like a fish in my desert city. I want to be the fairy in your Irish pub. I want to be your pretty boy. I want you to tell all your friends you're out of my league so I can slap you high five when I'm sliding into homes. When I start writing down our love in public poems, you know you can burn all of my books if I don't live up to my word. If you ever have any doubt that I'm gonna live up to the altitude of your highest hopes, remember it was for you that I overcame my fear of flying, for you that I learned the ropes of rescue remedy. Do not, under any circumstances, rip off the top of the bottle and start chugging it like booze. You'll freak out everyone on the plane. You don't need enemies at 30,000 feet. Trust me, honey, you just need to know this is the first time I've ever done this without looking for an exit row, and I'm pretty certain my seat can't float, but I've already fallen out of the sky for you. I've already said no to the parachute, already told my mother you curse like a sailor, and you love like the war is finally over, and you've just come home, and you are running down the dock in the harbor, screaming my name. You're screaming, honey, honey, and I'm screaming, don't trip, and you're screaming, honey, honey, and I'm screaming, baby, don't fall down. I am running for your red lips. I am running for your red heart with my red heart red as a Mississippi sunset. Honey, honey, honey.
Yeah.